like a word, it came from the Latin word. It is something like a Latin word, which means that it is called an marketers, which means that it is something like a place where the business is being conducted. And we have any place, I will put one forward question to you. Any place can't be called it as market, because the market, if you want to call it as market, it should fulfill some kind of and components. Actually, why your classroom is not called as market? Because you are not interacting with other person about a product. But in the market, there will be certain kind of a geographical area will be there. Both buyer and seller will be there, and they will be talking about the product and about their commercial transaction. So when these four components are there, that is called market. Okay. I am just have a doubt. Is it visible? My voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So and this market kind of a thing has totally different with the market structure. So why I am stressing means we will study advanced, and we will go to your net exam or ARS exam. It is not like that. Your 60% of the bits are basic only. So when you are having any kind of a basic problem, it means that your subject is not strong. So I request you, start from the basic. So there is a difference between the market and there is a difference between the market structure also. What do you mean by market structure? I will give. If we are seeing this definition, we will think it is something, but market structure is nothing but we will talk about so many kind of structures like perfect competition, imperfect competition, monopolistic. It means that each kind of an market structure is divided based upon some kind of an criteria. It may divide based upon size, design and operation of the market. Suppose if we are taking about the perfect competition, what are the assumptions? It should have the infinite kind of an sellers and buyers. The whole product is homogeneous. So those kind of an criteria, what we are taking as criteria, that is called a market structure. So this market structure is nothing but it constant and it divides according to the size, design and operation of the market. So what I was trying to say is, it always, as I told, that it is a perfect competition. So it gives nature of the competition of that particular firm. So this is called market structure. And the next.
Hello, ma'am. I think
yes,
slide
yes.
is not moving.
Yeah. I'm handling. So here, coming to the components of market structure. So I said that concentration of market power, it means that how many number of firms are there in the market. And the next one, degree of product differentiation, whether the product is homogeneous or not. If you are taking the perfect market, what is the first assumption? There will be infinite buyers and sellers and there will be homogeneous product. When the product is homogeneous, what will happen to the prices? The prices will be same. There is no such kind of a man will influence the prices. Okay, so the second criteria in the market structure is degree of product differentiation. And the third one is condition of entry or exit of firms in the market. See, same thing. There should be in the perfect market, there will be an free exit and entry of the so many kind of buyers and sellers. Then only we will call the perfect market, because the information flow should be perfect. So here the third criteria for the market structure is condition of entry and exit in the market. And the fourth one is market information. If the information is available to everyone about the prices, so what happens where nobody will be able to influence that product prices. So this is the criteria for the market structure. I repeat, the market itself is different from the market structure. The market structure talks about your perfect competition, imperfect competition, monopolistic, based upon the size, design and operation of the market. So this star mark where I have headline, that will be pakka bit for your net exam, that you just remember that. And the next one is dynamics of market structure. These dynamics are different from your components of market structure. They will straightly ask the market conduct and market performance comes under what? Option A, whether it is in components, option B, whether it is in dynamics. You have to pick up a straightforward, it is a dynamics of market structure. It means that how we can say that market is good or bad, about how it behaves. So market conduct, the conduct itself word, it means that if we ask about the student conduct, what we say, the conduct is nothing but it is a behavior of that student with the other students or with the other guides. The same here also, the conduct of the market is nothing but how it behaves with the other firms, with their competitive firms, and with the some kind of a price setting policies, and how they are setting the prices to that kind of a product. Okay, so this is called the market conduct. So the pattern of behavior of the firms is known as market conduct. Okay, fine. The next one is market performance. Suppose the student is there through his grade point, and we can say whether the student is good or not. The same that is, yes. So what I'm trying to say is like, yes, I think that you have cleared with the concept of market structure, and components of market structure, dynamics of market structure. Here I am stopping. So here we will be talking about the conduct and performance. The conduct is nothing but I already said that it is about the behavior they will talk. Behavior of the market towards their price setting policies and towards the quality of the product. And performance, it is something like how I told a student will be performed by his through the grades. Like that, the market performance is nothing but how is their output, how is their profit. It based upon that kind of an criteria. So the number one, the question will ask the market conduct and performance comes under dynamics of market structure. That or either they will ask the dynamics of market structure structure consists of A, conduct and something else, performance or something else. So you have to be very sure it consists of both conduct and performance because it is a very important basic bit. So here in the market performance, the efficiency will increase. When the efficiency will increase, when the firm applies the principle of economics of scale. What do you mean by economics of scale? It is nothing but we will be putting the low expenditure, but we will be getting the high profit. That is called economics of scale. But in reverse, it happens that is called diseconomics of scale. So this is very basic. They will ask what is the economics of scale. Economics of scale is nothing but our expenditure should be low and the output should be high. So that is called here the market performance. Okay, and now the market forces. There will be certain kind of forces in the market which determine the prices. It means that when there is some kind of calamities are there, or when some kind of bulk kind of production is there, what happens automatically? There will be disequilibrium will be happens between the supply and demand. When we know that, at least I think you people will be knowing as your postgraduate people, what when there is a disequilibrium happens between the supply and the demand, automatically the prices used to fluctuate. So which is not good for the farmer. So like these kind of market forces are nothing but directly or indirectly that affects the price, and automatically there will be some kind of shift will be happen between the demand and the supply. Okay, when we are talking about the demand, I'm talking from the buyer side only. When we are talking about the supply, we will talk from the producer side. Okay, that's why we will say when some kind of onion product prices are increasing, what happens? The buyer who is buying, he won't be willing to buy. He will buy small quantity because as the prices are rising. But what about the seller? As the market prices are increasing, he will try to sell more. So both kind of perspectives are different from one and another side. Okay, so this is the market forces in which we will be talking about the demand and supply. Okay, I think you people are now clear about the market word, market structure, their components, dynamics of market structure and market forces. Is it clear? It is very basic, but you should be clear. Is it clear, organizer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes. Which word?
Clear,
What
yes.
is the word that market came from? Derived from which word? Yes.
Latin word.
Yeah, Latin word. See, organizer is still focusing on organizing the internet. So this will happen automatically. Huh? Okay. What is the market word actually?
Marketers.
Yes. Good. Okay. What is the market structure? I mean to say. Market structure, perfect competition, imperfect competition is based upon what criteria? On what criteria? If you won't say, I won't move the slides. That is the thing. See, the market structure, it depends on the size, design, and operation of the market. I think it's clear now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Dynamics of market structure. Please tell me, what is the dynamics of market structure? Two things. I am shouting like anything. Two things. What is that? So I should assume that nobody is listening, or I should assume they are doing some other kind of an assignment. What do you mean by dynamics of market structure? This is an important bit. Organizer, what do you mean by dynamics of market structure? No, you should be able to say this is nothing but this is conduct and performance. Conduct and performance determines the dynamics of market structure. So it is very, very important. Once you skip this, like whatever people are saying, just try to listen, because the time won't come again. That's what I'm trying to stress it here. Okay. So this is all about your basic concepts of agriculture marketing. Now, what do you mean by agriculture marketing? The definition itself, it's nothing but it's something like a series of activities which involve in moving the goods from one point to other. So this is the general kind of an definition which we talked about the marketing. But Thompson, one person, said that this definition didn't consist of any kind of an agriculture kind of an site. So he again remodified this definition, such as it is something like a series of activities which involved in moving the agriculture commodities through the help of middleman to the consumer. So this is the overall picture of Thompson, who has given the definition, saying that this is the keyword here. It is a series of activities. Okay, and once they are going through the activities, they will have so many kind. It adds, this agriculture marketing adds so many kind of an utilities. You know that there are 4 kind of an utilities. While processing any kind of an product, it creates the farm utility. While transporting from one place to other, what it creates? It creates a place utility. When you store something, it increases the shelf life of the product, and it increases the time utility. At the same time, the possession utility, it's nothing but what happens when I will give some kind of a product to the other person, I'm transferring my ownership of that product to the other person, from my to other. So here you will be getting the possession utility. So these kind of 4 utilities are very, very important, and it's a basic bit. But what will happen to us? We will be reading the advanced by thinking that we will be knowing all the things. But it's not like that. Sometimes we have to revise what is our basics. So these are the kind of things in which the agriculture marketing is nothing but it consists of the series of activities, and in this process they will add 4 types of utilities. Okay, so strictly I will come to the topic which has been assigned to me, is about the marketing functions. Okay, so in these marketing functions, they will ask directly in your ARS mains, write about the Thompson classification of marketing functions, or Coles and Wool's classification of marketing functions, or so many kind of marketing functions are there. But they might be asking either Thompson or Coles. But since the assigned topic to me is matched with this Coles and Wool's, so I just want to finish it with this classification. Okay. First of all, we will see what do you mean by function. A function is nothing but it is any single activity. So you have to remember, they might be asking slightly bit, any single activity performed in carrying a product from the point of production to the consumer is nothing but it is an marketing function. But whereas in the agriculture marketing, it is something like a series of activities. So this is the kind of an picking kind of an word you need to identify. This is a specific kind of an things you need to remember while you are writing your like examination. Okay, so any single activity is known as market function. So there are so many kind of an market functions that that marketing functions are divided according to Cole and Nool under the broad headlines under 3. The first one is physical function. I will try with the full slide. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Is it moving? Is it moving?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay. So coals and nodes, the physical functions are nothing but it consists of storage, grading, processing, transportation. Okay. And the exchange functions are nothing but it is buying and selling. And the facilitative functions are nothing but it consists of standardization, financing, and market information. So in the physical functions, when we are seeing, they will be straightly asking your 4-mark question, write about the physical functions of marketing functions. Physical activities of marketing functions, then we will be thinking something might be the answer, but it is nothing but these are the first 4 is only your answers. And they will be asking also write about the exchange function. The exchange function is nothing but it is the kind of a different buying and selling kind of a method. Okay. And what are the different kind of facilitative functions? It is nothing but standardization, financing, and marketing information. So these kind of all kind of marketing functions will add 4 kind of utilities. Already I said that the marketing will add 4 kind of utilities. So this will also reflect in this here. Okay. So next, I will try to say in detail about the physical function. So before that, I just want to ask 2 bits. Okay. I think now organizer is supposed to say this. What is a series of activities? What is a series of activities? What do you mean by series of activities which are involved? Anybody can say? There is no answer. The series of activities. Okay. Any single activity? If anybody is there, 14 participants are showing here. Yes, organizer.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Please tell what is the answer.
Yeah. There was various activity, ma'am, from buying to selling.
I am asking
Like,
whether, yes, the series of activities is called as agriculture marketing or marketing function.
Yeah, there is a activity involved in marketing function, ma'am. The storage, including buying.
Oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
what
Series of activities is involved in marketing.
Series of activities is nothing but it is agriculture marketing. What do you mean by any single activity performed is known as? Any
market function.
Marketing function.
Yes, market function. That's what I am saying, that be alert. It means that once the lecture is finished, you can't go back. And the marketing itself, we will see the book and we will think that we'll know everything, but the basic bits will come from here. I'm not troubling you, like we won't see anytime in future also, but the thing was that I just want to alert you that because that's it. Okay. I don't want to trouble you. I won't give any grade also for this. Okay. So the physical functions, the first one, the physical functions are nothing but the first most important is storage and warehouse. See, the storage is very much different from your warehouse kind of a thing. We will see in this picture only. The storage is nothing but see, if in summer comes the mangoes, we will what our mother used to do to ripen it, she will preserve in on the rice box. She will put it in the rice bag. Why? To ripen it. It means that she can do certain kind of things by doing that. So this kind of storage is nothing but it is something like in holding and preserving some kind of goods. With mainly these kind of things happens with the seasonally produced. It means that see, the rice is more produced only in the 3 months in the India, but we consume rice overall the year. So what we have to store it in order to satisfy all the people for all the years. So this is the kind of thing the storage used to do. So what happens? That kind of rice used to produce only it is a seasonal produce, but we want for all over the year. So by storing it, what we are adding to that, we are adding a time utility to that. Okay. So the kind of thing, and we also have advantage in kind of storage, like it will stabilize the prices. How it stabilizes the prices? When we store something, when some kind of calamity is there, then they can equalize this demand and supply. When there is both are equal, the supply and the demand are equal, what happens? The prices won't fluctuate. So these kind of an storage helps in stabilizing the prices. Okay. The first thing is like why we need because the products are seasonally produced, so we need storage. And the next one is we need because it in the kind of calamities like that, it stabilizes the prices and equalizes the supply and demand. And the third one is so many people are involving in this kind of processing activities, so it will provide an employment for them. So sometimes we will ignore it, but they may ask 2 mark question, write about the storage and warehousing. That's it. What you have to write, the storage is nothing but it will hold and preserving the goods. It adds time utility. That is for sure. They are expecting that which kind of an utility the storage adds. It adds time utility. Okay. Next, these are some kind of a storage structure. I just want, it can be a bamboo, it can be a mud. Sometimes our mother used to store some kind of a mangoes or sapota in the rice bags. So these are anything which we are also using at the home. These are called as storage structures. Okay, these storage structures are totally different from the warehouse. I will explain how it will be vary. Okay, but we will see what will be a risk when we are storing. Yes, like we will, it is naturally we can understand there are three kind of and risks will be there and losses will be there. The first one is quantity loss, quality loss, and the price risk. Okay, how the quantity loss? See, when we are putting some kind of a rice bag in some kind of an storage, at least in some kind of a storeroom in our house. After 3 months, you open the door. What happens? That bag will decrease its quantity. Okay, so if it is a 5 kg of rice, it comes down to 3 kg of what? What about the 2 kg? The 2 kg will be eaten by the rats and rodents. So this is the quantity loss. When some kind of an loss happens in the quantity, that is called the quantity loss. So this kind of a loss are mainly due to the presence of rodents, insects, pests. Okay, and the quality loss. This quality loss is nothing but when we put anything for the long time under a different kind of temperature. Suppose when we put some kind of butter or meat in our refrigeration for the long time, what happens? That quality will decrease actually because of some kind of a chemical reaction. So that is called the quality loss. And the third thing is due to the storage, there will be price risk. How the price risk? What I'm saying is so many farmers used to store their produce and they want to sell when the market prices are increasing, so that they will have some kind of a profit. But what happens, it may not the case every time. It may not click. What they are expecting that they can sell at higher price when the market has higher price of that commodity, but it may not click sometimes. So automatically there will be some kind of an uncertainty should be faced by the producer. So that is called price risk. Okay, so these are the three kind of an risk. It may be your short answer. What is the storage and what is the types of risk in storage? Okay, so this can be a 2 marks question or 4 marks question for your ARS. Okay, so this is the thing. So I just want to ask I think one girl as in women, I told now women is very strong, they have very grasping power. They should say tell now what the storage adds, which utility the storage adds. Tell me. They muted.
Time utility, ma'am.
Yes, which utility?
Time utility, ma'am.
Yes. What is the types of risk?
Physical risk, technical risk,
Yeah, physical risk,
technical, ma'am.
quantity loss, quality loss, and price risk. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now the warehouse. So I already told that there is some kind of a difference is there between storage structure and warehouse. The warehouse is nothing but it is something like a scientific storage structure. Okay, this is scientific storage structure, which means that it assumes the principles of preservation and conservation. In the storage structure, it can be used by our we can use that storage structure either in the home, but in the warehouse, it is something like an where some certain kind of a temperature should be there, certain kind of a moisture should be there. So those kind of things, this is called an warehouse. Okay, So this is very important bit where I have marked as the assumption of responsibility of storage of goods is known as warehouse. So this is an standard bit in which every examination they used to ask. So the important function of warehouses are, the first one is the scientific storage. The second one is it is in financing. The third one is price stabilization, and the fourth one is market intelligence. How it is scientific storage? The scientific storage is nothing but I told, if something we are storing, like and for something we are like and storing some kind of a mangoes or food grains. The food grains require certain kind of an humidity, and the mangoes require certain kind of a moisture conditions. So they will see that certain kind of an criteria to be followed in this warehouse. Okay, that is the first point here. And the second one is financing. Financing means what? We will straightly say that how much a warehouse receipt is. It is something like 75% of their value. It means what? See, when the farmer come to warehouse and he will store his product there, they will give some receipt. Suppose he will store his product and he has pay some 100 rupees, and he will take the receipt of 100 rupees and he will show to the bank, and the bank will automatically give him the 75 rupees back. So that is called financing. It means that it encourages the farmers to store in the warehouse. Okay. And the third one is price stabilization. I already told, due to storage, what will happen when some kind of an off seasons are there, when there is no such kind of an agricultural commodities are not there throughout the year. So due to the storage, automatically the supply will be equalized to the demand. So there we will be having some kind of a price stabilization. Okay. And the fourth one is market intelligence. What do you mean by market intelligence? It is nothing but it is about the information about the prices that is prevailing in the market about the product. So this is called as warehouse. The warehouse, this assumption of responsibility for the storage of good is known as, that is one of the important bit. And also the important function is also a short note. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is the picture where I'm trying to show. This is a certain kind of an warehouse picture. Okay. So how much percentage of value of receipt the warehouse will give? Yes.
75%.
Yes. Okay. What is the, why I am saying that it is a scientific storage? Yes. Why I am telling that it is a scientific storage structure? No, why I am not telling it is a normal storage structure? Why?
It maintains moisture atmosphere.
It means that, yeah, you are very near. So it is nothing but it maintains the preservation and conservation principles. Okay. So this is the kind of an thing. And yes, anyhow, lastly, I will ask you, there is no issue. So that is for the 4-mark question. And now we will come to the type of warehouses. So this is only a 2-mark question you can have. Types of warehouses, it will depend upon ownership and the commodity stored. Okay. So ownership, here you have to remember the ownership. See, in each and every village, there might be there may not be warehouse. So this kind of an criteria, see, in our India, our private, our public and private, our public sector is not that much developed. So we always want a private investment. So what will happen here? We will be looking about any kind of an private people are coming, we will encourage them. Actually, recently, even the 3 farm bills were like and discarded. But what still, because of these warehouses where the story all came, even though it discarded, but we should know how much the warehouse is very important. Okay. So there is a private warehouse is there, public warehouse is there, and bonded warehouse is also there. Private warehouse is nothing but it is owned by anyone. You can also run, I can also run, but I won't give any financing support to the farmers. I will charge a fee. So as it is a private and it is for the profit motive. Okay. So it is mainly established where the public warehouse is not there. Okay. In each and every village, there is no warehouse. In that kind of an criteria will be taking advantage by the any individual, and they will try to set up this warehouse. So that is called private warehouse. Public warehouse is nothing but the meaning itself will give, it will be regulated by government, okay, where you can get the financing of 75% this receipt, warehouse receipt also. And the third one is bonded warehouse. This is an important bit for you. What do you mean by bonded warehouse? They will be asking the warehouse which is constructed at seaport and airport is called as bonded. It means that when we see in the shipyards or in the airports, there will be separate kind of an warehouses will be there, where they will be importing and exporting some kind of under some kind of an custom duty will be there. So that kind of an things are called as bonded warehouse. So here next, commodity, based upon the commodity stored. So there will be general warehouse will be there, special commodity warehouse will be there, and refrigerated warehouse also will be there. So what happens in the general commodity? In general commodity, we can store any kind of, and we can store food grains, we can store fertilizers. It means that we won't require any kind of an like that certain kind of an temperature we should maintain for some kind. It is not like that. Whatever the quality or like produce we want to store, we can store in the general warehouse. And the second one is special commodity. Here some kind of things are there, like an wool, tobacco. If it is stored with some kind of other commodities, it may get poisonous. So this is called, we have to maintain some kind of an warehouse separately to store some kind of an product, especially example for the cotton, tobacco. So these kind of things. And the third one is refrigerated warehouse. The refrigerated warehouse, it means that it needs some kind of a cold kind of a temperature. So that is called an refrigerated warehouse. Okay. So here the probable questions are comes under the warehouse criteria is based upon the first one ownership, and the next one is commodity stored. What do you mean by bonded warehouse? The bonded warehouse is nothing but it is something like if it is constructed at the seaport or airport, that is called the bonded warehouse. Okay. So this is one the bit, and this bonded warehouse comes under ownership criteria. Okay, fine. I think it will be clear to you. Only you have to remember the bonded warehouse. The probable bit will be bonded warehouse. Okay. And we will see the warehousing history in India. Okay. So here you need to remember Royal Commission on Agriculture. We know that it came in the year 1928. So it identifies what is the need for India. So to reduce the post-harvest loss, we need some kind of a warehouse and storage structures. So all kind of an problems are put forwarded in this commission. And finally, after 20 years, like in the 1954, they will be asking committee on which committee the warehouse has been came. It is All India Rural Credit Survey Committee. Okay. So under this committee, this warehousing came into the picture. So this is the Pakka bit, and this committee came in the year 1954. Okay. So which committee? They will straightly ask AIRCSC or AIRCRC. So review committee, yeah, survey committee. So they will be asking which kind of an committee. You have to think it is something like an survey committee. All India Rural Credit Survey Committee has put forwarded the warehouse should be there, like that. Okay. So this is the probable bit here. And the warehouse are situated at national level, central level, and the state level. And the first national level, it came in the year 1956. And wait, okay. The national at the first level, it came in the 1956. And the second central warehouse came in the 1957. State warehouse came at the between 1957 and 1958. But if they ask a question when the State Warehouse Corporation came, you have to pick the first initial one, 1957 only, because it is only the year where the warehouse has been started. Like we should not pick the 1958. We should pick the 1957. Okay. So here they might ask the abbreviation NCDB. Okay. So you have to be alert whether it is a cooperative or corporation. Okay, that is one kind of thing which I used to tell to students also, where in the abbreviations, if they are giving, you need to be alert whether it is an cooperative or whether it is a corporation. Okay, so when we think about the National Cooperative Development and Warehousing Board, it used to advance loans. It means it used to advance loans. It used to plan and promote the program. Okay, so this is the two major functions. There are many major functions, but only one or two functions which differ from the other functions. Okay, the national level warehouse, it advances the loans and grants to the state government warehouses, and it also promotes the programs in such a way that how we can supply some kind of an inputs for agriculture for further development. So this is the one. And the second one is Central Warehouse Corporation. So it is nothing but these central warehouse will look the places in India where we have to build the godowns and warehouses, and how to run the warehouses, and how to store the seeds and fertilizers here. So it's something like it acts as an agent. Okay. And the third one is state warehousing. The first state warehouse came in Bihar state, that you need to remember. And it has a dual control, means it works under the control of national and the central warehouse. Okay, so these are the three kind of things. So it may come as short notes. They may ask, what do you mean by warehouse? What are the principles of warehouse? What are the types of warehouse? And what are the functions of warehouse? So these can be and short notes. Sometimes they will ask, and your years, in which year it came, in which year central warehouse came, in which year state warehouse came. Okay, and which kind of a warehouse will take care of building the godowns and warehouses. So the central warehouse we used to take care. The central warehouse came in the 1957. The state warehouse also came in the 1957. The national came in the 1956, 56, 57, 57. Okay. Yes. Yes. I think it is time to me ask to some one or two questions. Okay. I think one girl is very active. I will be asking. Okay. The warehouse which is constructed at seaport and airport is known as. I'm expecting.
Bonded.
What? Hello?
Bonded warehouse.
Yes, bonded. Good, good, good. Yes. Okay. Yes, you are right. Nothing is there here. Okay. Now I will be asking about the year. Under which committee this warehouse in India came? Under which committee? Survey committee or review committee? You just tell me which committee.
Survey committee.
Yes, All India Rural Credit Survey Committee, which came in the year 1954. So, okay. Yes, you tell me when the national warehouse, central warehouse, state warehouse came. Only one line. Arey yaar, you have to tell. When the national warehouse came, National Cooperative Development and Warehousing Board came. In which year?
1956.
Oh, it is there. See, UG people, UG students, they will put chittis. Huh? And if you go for invigilation, they will be asking you. So you should be on toes. You have to tell this year. You can't exclude. I don't have anything. I'm an economist. I will be doing with the concepts. It is not like that. At least if a UG student comes and asking you, okay, tell me what is this, then you should not search in the Google. You should say that national warehouse came in the year 1956. The central came in the year 1957. After that, so you have to behave like an your future economist. Tomorrow somebody will become like an Ramesh Chand and sitting in the Niti Aayog. So you should be on toes. Okay, I am expecting at least that. Okay. So what mistake generally people used to do, your ARS and net aspirants, they will study the storage and warehouse, but they try to forget the Food Corporation of India. So you have to keep in the mind, it is also and one kind of a largest kind of an storage, which is running in largest in the Asia itself. Okay. So this Food Corporation of India, FCI, we will still write like a UG student, Food Cooperative of India. I used to see my PG students' papers, Food Cooperative. What is cooperative? That's why I'm saying, whether it is corporation or cooperative, you have to pick the things. Okay. So Food Corporation of India, it came in the year 1965. Okay, it can be a short note. So this Food Corporation of India, simply I will tell like a story. In our village or in our like in taluks or mandal, there will be one kind of an FCI. We used to go, because generally what we used to do, we used to roam in the, not only in the summer holidays, now also we used to roam. You used to roam by handling mobile, and you are listening my lecture. So these things will happen. No? So if we are roaming in and around, we will see some kind of an FCI. They used to procure food grains from the farmers, and they will give some kind of an money to the farmers, and whatever they procure from the farmers, they will distribute to the vulnerable sections, or through some kind of an price shop, okay, where the minimum price only should be there, which favors the consumer. And after that, they will store in their godowns, so that when the country is facing some kind of an calamities, they will distribute. That is called buffer stock. So you will be having the bit, the buffer stock operation is performed by Food Corporation of India. Okay. So the first one, they will procure food grains from the farmers, they will distribute to the vulnerable sections of the people, and what happens, they will also store. That store is nothing but we will call in an professional word, that is buffer stock of food grains. Okay, so this is the short notes of your Food Corporation of India. At least you have to remember 3 keywords: procurement, distribution, and buffer stock. So this is the kind of an thing you have to do when you are preparing for some kind of an examination. Okay, so the next one. Okay, when the FCI came, now everybody used to listen my story and they forgot the year. When the FCI came,
CI came in 1st of January 1965.
okay, good. Okay, so what can I ask? That's it. I will ask at last. I will see what is your retention memory power, and I will say to Sanjay sir, you just check with these people. Huh? Okay. So the next one is processing and value addition. Okay, there is nothing you need not to study about this processing. The processing adds what? The processing adds farm utility, and the raw mango is there. Okay, you won't eat raw mango, no, because everybody used to look at you. So you will drink it like an maza. It means that the raw mango is converted into maza bottle. So you will be handling that bottle by purchasing at some higher price. So what you are in this process, what is happening? It is something like a farm utility. So when the raw mango is turning over to the maza bottle, what happens? The price of that bottle is increasing. So it automatically is benefiting to the seller only. Okay. So the kind of thing you need to remember is, when some kind of a product is being processed, it your farm utility is being having, and also it increases the quality and price for the product, which ultimately benefit the farmer. Okay, so when some kind of a product is being changed is into the processed product, what happens? We will widen the market. It means that when something is packed or processed, or maja bottles are something processed at the Hyderabad, and it is coming to the Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, because it is packed and it is processed. Some kind of chemicals also will be adding here. So what happens? It is widening the market. So this is the important bit you have to remember in this processing and value addition. Okay, so nothing is there. Okay, and third one is your standardization and grading. Also here everybody used to confuse what is the first step, what is the second step. The first step is standardization only, the second step is grading. Okay, you remember this. When you are speaking about grading, you don't spell it like it is an grading and standardization. You have to spell it like an standardization and grading. It means that this standardization is nothing but they will be saying that if you are if you are seeing, or if you probably like if you're going to your summer holidays, if your mother tell to and take some rice bag from the rice bazaar. I don't know whether you people go or not, but we used to go. Okay, so what happens there? Some kind of an A grade product will be there, B grade rice bag will be there, C grade rice bag will be there. Who will determine it is and whether it is an A grade or B grade? So that A grade should contain some kind of 100 grams only. That should be like an in the white color only. That should be like an meeting certain kind of an it should be packed only. So these kind of an things, what I am trying to say, in the A grade packet there should be 100 grams. Thus there should be 100 kgs. That is called an quality or some kind of standards are fixed by marketing inspection people. So that is called an standardization. Some kind of an limits they used to set. Okay, and the second step follows by grading. It means that slightly saying to standardization is nothing but you are making some kind of specifications on the product so that it will become uniform. Even if you are going to one Raitu Bazar, you went that A grade bag has 1000 grams. Okay, you went to other kind of an Raitu Bazar, that A grade bag has 1000 grams. It means that whatever the 1000 grams comes of the rice is there, that should be put put under the criteria of A grade. So that is means first the standardization step comes. It means that they will set some kind of a limit, and the second, it is nothing but it is the grading. So what happens in the grading? 1000 grams bag will be there, 2000 grams bag will be there, 3000 grams bag will be there. In this grading, they will separate the bag. Okay, they will separate all kind of things. It is nothing but sorting of unlike lots of the produce into different lots. Okay, on different lots, that is the specification done by the standardization. I think you are clear. Okay, the standardization is nothing but they will put some kind of a criteria, and the grading, they have to follow the criteria. It means that the grading is an sub-step of or follows the standardization. Okay, so this is a very important bit where they used to ask which follows which. Either standardization follows the grading or grading follows the standardization. So you have to think the grading only follows the standardization. Okay. Next, types of grading. Here, there are so many kind of gradings are there. One is fixed grading, which also called as a mandatory grading. And in this fixed grading, a person who want to export any kind of a commodity, they have to follow this. So that is called a fixed grading. So I told that this is fixed by the Agriculture Marketing Advisor, Government of India. So they may ask the other name for the fixed grading. It's nothing but it is called the mandatory grading. And the second grading is permissible or variable grading. Okay, it is not followed in India. Generally, this kind of grading, even it is not followed in India for export purpose, but we will be seeing in our villages. If you are, I'm probably from village. I don't know you people are from city or not. I don't know that. But what we will see that we will be thinking, we will be drinking some Coca-Cola like that in our village, but it's not actually the original quality. We also know. So this is kind of a thing. Many things. It is not permitted actually, but still they used to practice. Okay. The third one is centralized and decentralized grading. It based upon the degree of supervision. Okay. The centralized grading is nothing but we will be seeing that ghee packet, oil packet, where some kind of testing should be there. See, in the ad we see freedom oil, it is good for health. It has been tested in the in the lab. What do you mean by that? It means that some kind of product needs testing. If not, what happens? It may increase the fat and it will create some kind of heart diseases. If you are taking some ghee oils, these all things require some kind of testing arrangement in lab. So that is called centralized grading system. And the other one is decentralized grading system. Here we no need of any kind of testing, because suppose if we are seeing a rice bag or a vegetable, we will see what is their color, whether it is like an good or not. So like that we can apply that kind of an concept in some kind of an thing. So here the bit may come that the testing arrangements are required, or the centralized grading system is followed in which kind of an commodity. It is followed in the oil and the ghee. Okay. And the fourth one is generally people used to forget while writing in the ARS exam. Okay. The fourth one is grading at producer level. Some farmers, means some state government used to give permission to the farmers. You can grade and you can pack your own bag. So if you are going to more shop, one kind of a section will have some kind of an egg mark products, and the other kind of a section will be like it is roughly packed. So that roughly packed is nothing but that is coming from the farmer, straight away from the farmer only. They will be grading and they will be selling it some kind of a reliable price to the post shop. Okay. So this is the types of grading, which is very, very, very important. Okay. Okay. So I think I will ask somebody, which is the first step, whether it is a standardization or grading.
Standardization.
Okay, good. What is the other name for fixed grading?
Mandatory grading, ma'am.
Yes, mandatory grading. Okay, somebody or one other. Okay. What kind of an ghee is okay? Ghee, oil, honey is an example for centralized grading or decentralized grading.
Centralized grading, ma'am.
Why centralized grading? You can tell it in your own word. You know, I know that. Why centralized grading? Why oil, ghee? Because we need lab testing in these kind of products. Okay, that you don't miss. That you don't miss. That is very, very important. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So in India, which is not permitted, it is something like a variable grade. Okay. So here also you people used to make mistake. When you are talking about the standardization and grading and you are talking about the quality, you need to mention about egg mark. The egg mark is nothing but any kind of an graded product which come to our more shop where we used to buy, that concept of egg mark symbol will be there. Either egg mark symbol will be there or some kind of an barcodes will be there. Okay, there will be duplicate barcodes, there will be original barcodes. But when we scan, when some kind of an food authority will be going, they will be checking whether it is an standard or not. So that is the kind of an thing. Once this egg mark label is there, we can happily take that product. So there is no issue because it is already went under through some kind of an testing and it is in quality. And in this egg mark label, what they will be having when it is packed, what is the expiry date, what is the serial number. Okay, so we can assume that it is free from some kind of an adulterated goods. Okay, so that is the thing you have to remember. The quality control of agriculture product is taken care by egg mark. Okay, separately for the industrial products, we will be taking ISI. One symbol will be there. If you are seeing some kind of an bike, ISI symbol will be there. So if it is out of context of my seminar. Okay, so this kind of the quality control of agriculture products is taken by egg mark. Okay, the egg mark came. The Egg Mark Act came in the year 1937. Many people, great students used to write it came in the year 1947. I used to say in the 1947 we got our independence, but not this free but not this kind of an act. Okay, so this came in the year much more before our 1947. This is 1937. Okay, so the second one is, what is the advantages of grading? Simply you can write, once the product is graded, it fetches higher price. Okay, and also nobody will no seller should explain what kind of an quality of the product is there. And also once the product is graded, it widens the market also, and it reduces the cost on the producer side. So this is the kind of an thing you need to remember. The basic, the keywords has to, if you get time after writing all the paper, you try to underline the keywords. If you write egg mark, what you have to write in the bracket, immediately you have to write 1937. Okay, immediately you have to write, if you I used to have that diagram also there when I'm writing some kind of an examination. So you have to be and you have to mad about your economics. That's what I am trying to say. If usually people are asking something, at least if they're asking advancing, if you are not able to answer, that is not an issue. But if they're asking some basic question, and if you are unable to say, definitely they will think you have some problem. Okay, so so we should not get insulted by our juniors, what I believe. So we have to maintain that standards always. So we are here for study, we will study. Okay, so that is the kind of an thing. What about you? You have to study in the grading and standardization. And the next one is transportation. There is a straight transportation is nothing but it is something like a movement of products from one place to other. Simply you can say there will be certain kind of a definition. Now only I have taken what is a series of activities mean. Series of activities is nothing but it is agriculture marketing. What do we mean by any single activity performed? Any single activity performed is marketing function. Okay. What do we mean by now the movement of products? The movement of products is nothing but it is called transportation. So that definition, what you read one definition and you write the definition. That's it. Don't go here and there. You write, you make notes and images. This transportation is nothing but it is a movement of products from one place to another, and it is also noted as the most indispensable marketing function. they will ask straightly bit which is the most indispensable marketing function. It is nothing but it is called transportation. So there are so many kind of an advantages are there due to transportation. See, if there is no transportation, what happens? There will be no urban markets won't be there. Everything will become local. So this transportation also widen the market. It creates the employment. How it creates the employment? Many people used to be involved in the construction of roads, loading and unloading kind of thing, and it also help in mobility of so many kind of factors. I know that mobility means nothing but it is a movement of the products. Okay, so there is nothing else. So this transportation cost account about 50% of the total cost of marketing. This is the probability. You don't put 25 percentage, 75 percentage. Transportation cost itself takes 50% of the total cost of marketing. If suppose some farmer is there, 100 rupees, total 100 rupees, after that the 50% will take by the transportation cost only. So here, what are the factors affecting the cost of transportation? See, if anything is like a normal, the bits won't come here. See, the distance, if there is more distance, there will be more transportation cost. So that won't be asking in your examination. Okay, they will be asking when the quantity of the product is high, what happens to the transportation cost, whether it will increase or not. So here, when the quantity of product is increasing, your price cost of marketing will decrease. Okay, so there is an inverse relationship between your quantity of the product and the total cost of marketing. And the next one is the all two mode of transportation. It depends upon the bullock cart, railway, and all condition of roads. If the roads are good and well, then you can have the little less marketing cost. And the risk, when you are having the one second. Okay, when you are having some kind of an risk is there. Suppose if you are telling somebody to carry petrol in your lorry, what it is risk associated, so just pay me some kind of an more money. So that whatever the risk kind of an thing, automatically the transportation cost will be high. And some kind of a nature of products, what I have marked with the red color is very, very important. If the perishable goods are there, the marketing cost is high. If the bulkiness is there, the marketing cost is high. If the frugality is nothing but mainly the tomatoes, potatoes, so many kind of it immediately perishable. So there also marketing cost will be high. Flammability and inflammability, that petrol. So if somebody, I already told, if somebody is carrying a petrol, it is risk associated. So there will be transportation cost will be high. So this is actually kind of a thing which is assigned to me. Okay, so okay. I think my thing is done. Okay, I think it is 12 o'clock. So I thought that I can explain some more, but I need to finish my thing. Okay, so my assigned topic for your thing is basic concepts of marketing and also physical functions like storage, grading, processing, transportation. Now time is 12. Did I finish it? I think good.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
You can.
Yes. Not thank you. I will ask question to you. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
okay,
want.
ma'am. Because
Okay.
I'm little bit busy with other activity also, sir.
Yeah, other activity means then I'm speaking here. Okay, but
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Because there are too many sessions running simultaneously, ma'am. In the form of the Amrut Mahotsav, na, 75 Amrut Mahotsav.
oh
On
my
that
God.
occasion, we are celebrating from this to
Okay.
program.
Chaliye.
Yeah.
Okay, this is 12 o'clock. I think my assigned topic is finished, dear organizer, and one more topic is there. Can you give me 10 minutes break?
Yeah, ma'am. You can.
Okay, I think it is a fruitful discussion. Some questions I have asked, but some questions I can't ask because my assigned time is up to 1. And the second topic is very small topic. It only have 3-4 slides only because it is a producer surplus concept only. So organizer, I will take 10 minutes, 5 minutes break.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. You can.
Okay, only 10 participants are there and one I am. Okay, sample size is very less. This is the last. Okay, no problem. Okay. Yes, can I start?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes. What is your name? I forgot your name. Is it Madan?
Praveen, ma'am. Praveen.
Praveen. Okay. Okay. How many participants are there? Total 8. So, 7. Okay. No issue. It will be good. Okay. Okay, let me start. Okay, I'm running out of time. Up to 1 I have. So, can I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the second kind of a topic which I will be telling now is it is nothing but it is something like producer surplus concept only. So at your PG level you will be knowing, but it is something like in revision. Okay. So the producer surplus, what do you mean by surplus actually? See, when you produce some kind of an 1,000 tons and we consume 800 tons, what is the 200? The 200 tons is nothing but that is a surplus. And what we will do with that surplus 200 tons, either we will export or either we will be storing for the next kind of a season. So for an economy, if it has to be like an progress, the surplus should be more so that it can transport that export that kind of an surplus and it can have some kind of an higher income. Okay, automatically there will be an economy will be growing. So this is called actually an we will be saying what is more important, whether total production is important or surplus is important. We will be focusing on only surplus. When the surplus is more, the economy of an India will be more. Okay, so under this surplus we will be saying marketable surplus and marketed surplus, but these two kind of an surplus comes under producer surplus concepts only. Okay, so the producer surplus is nothing but it is something like an the quantity of the produce which we are giving to the non-farm population, that is producer surplus. And the marketable surplus, marketed is nothing but marketable surplus is nothing but we will be giving to that non-farm population after meeting all kind of an family consumption. Okay, family consumption or some kind of an livestock will be there after getting the feed, everything, or after paying the payment in kind of an cash or kind. So after meeting all the requirements or consumption, like what I just want to say, it's something like an surplus we will be selling after meeting the requirement of our family consumption. But it is quite opposite in the case of the marketed surplus. It means that what actually the farmer produce, he will sell in the market. It means that it is of irrespective of the requirement of the family consumption. But one thing I just want to say, there is no farmer who will produce will sell everything. Means whatever he produce, he will sell everything. It is not like that. Maybe it is a textbook definition, but the thing was that practically there is no farmer who will produce 100 and will sell 100. It is nothing like that. They at least they will say they will store some kind of and produce with them. But in the marketed surplus, whatever they produce, they will sell in the market irrespective of their family requirements. Okay, so some kind of differences are there, which is very important for your examination. The first one is marketable and the marketed. The marketable surplus, mainly I already said that he will sell, the farmer will sell to the non-family like a non-farming population after meeting all his requirements. So this kind of a situation will happen only with the large farmers, and these large farmers and they will be on safer side, so they won't be on the urgent cash need. So automatically there will be no distress sale condition existed in the marketable surplus. Okay, but quite opposite in the marketed surplus, what happens, they whatever the farmer produce he will sell in the market, so irrespective of the family consumption. It means that immediately he is in need of cash. So this kind of a situation will happen only in the small farmers. Okay, when they need cash. So if we see some farmer, they will be brought in some kind of a commodity in the morning. So large farmer, even he won't get some kind of a price, he will take out that commodity to their home in the evening. But what happens in the small farmers, they will sell even in the evening at lower price. So he's forced to sell at lower price. Okay, so that is called the distress sale condition. So that distress sale conditions exist in the small farmer only. It means that when the marketed surplus is more than marketable surplus, that is called an distress sale condition, and these conditions used to exist in only in the small farmers. So if we see the relationship between the marketed surplus and marketable surplus, okay, there are three kind of relationships are there. One, it is marketed surplus can be greater than the marketable surplus. The marketable surplus will be greater than the marketed, and either the both will be equal. So the marketed surplus will be greater than the marketable surplus when it is on the case of the small and the marginal farmers. I already said when they are in the requirement of cash, then this kind of a situation used to exist. So this kind of a distress sale is nothing but the sale will increase with the fall in price. Okay, so that is called as your distress sale condition or forced sale. So when we are talking about the marketable surplus greater than the marketed surplus condition, this mainly existed in the large farmer. Okay, so why it exists in the large farmer? He will store more. It means that they will have better retaining capacity will be there. And the third one is marketed surplus equals to marketable surplus. So this is mainly existed in the perishable commodities. Okay, yes. And the next is, what are the factors affecting the marketable surplus? The factors affecting the marketable surplus, it is of a different kind of things. It can be on a area size, family size. It is nothing but I just want to say whether the marketable surplus, the surplus will be increased or decreased due to these factors. See, when the area size is high, if the farmer is having the 7 hectares, which the 7 hectares is considered as a large farmer. So when the area is high, what happens? Automatically the surplus will be high. So it will have the positive relationship. Size of the family, it will have negative relationship. If in suppose 10 members are there in the farmer's family, what they can't consume everything. Sorry, they will consume everything. So the leftover is little. It means that when the family size is increasing, the surplus will decrease. The marketable surplus will decrease. Okay. The next one, when the production of some kind of an suppose the rice production is high, what happens to surplus? Automatically surplus also will be increasing. But this is very important. The price of commodity will have both positive as well as the negative relationship. Okay, this will be discussing in the next slide. How who has told that the both positive and the negative, and which kind of in conditions. Okay, and the requirement of seed and feed. See, if in some kind of an family members, if there is a more kind of a livestock is there, so whatever it produces, whatever the grass or fodder is there, we need to give it to our livestock only. We know we can't sell it to the other kind of a market, because already we have to meet our needs which is at home. So what it has some kind of a negative relationship is there. And next one is the nature of commodity. This nature of commodity means generally the marketable surplus for the non-food crops is generally higher than the food crops. It means that when we are producing tobacco or cotton, and the same side when we are producing some kind of an rice and wheat, we will store rice and wheat for our purpose, and we will sell cotton and jute for the marketed purpose, because it is a non-food crops. We don't know that is the non-food crops are only for the marketing and marketing purpose only, but other kind of an rice or wheat, what we used to consume that. So when comparison to the food and the non-food crops, the marketable surplus of the non-food crops is generally higher than the food crops. So this is the expected bit. Okay, and the next one is consumption habits. This is nothing but you have to understand what do you mean by this consumption habits. So the farmer, suppose there is a south farmer is there, Andhra Pradesh, and the Punjabi farmer is there. The Punjabi farmer, due to the fertile lands, they may produce more kind of an rice, but they won't consume rice. So in that case, what they will do, they will retain some kind of an less rice, and they will sell more kind of an rice to the other state. So it depends upon the consumption habits and kind of an product they used to produce on the ground. So what kind of an things they will ask the question in such a way that which kind of an things will have negative relationship with the marketable surplus. One is that when the family size is increasing, then there will be negative relationship. And when there is an requirement of the seed and feed is high, then there is a negative relationship. And they will be asking which of the one factor will have both positive and negative relationship, that is price. So that is very, very important bit for your examination. And which crops will have a more marketable surplus, whether it is a non-food crop or food crop. It is a non-food crop will have higher marketable surplus. Okay, so these are the factors that affecting the marketable surplus. So you have to be very careful. This may come under your 4-mark question. Okay, and the next one is your relationship between prices and the marketed surplus. So there will be, I already told in the before slide only one factor which have both positive and negative relationship is nothing but this is the price of the commodity. Okay, so here what is the relationship? So there are two kind of an theories are there, in which one theory is telling that the price has inverse relationship with the marketable surplus or marketed surplus. The other one, there is a positive relationship between both. Okay, the inverse relationship is given by two kind of an authors, that is P.N. Mathur and M. Ijkil. So this is very, very important. Who has given the inverse relationship between the price and the marketed surplus? So they will be asking this bit. Okay, so how it happens and which context it happens. So when the marketable surplus is inverse with the price. When it happens, when the farmer is really in the fixed cash requirements, then there will be an distress sale conditions used to occur. It means that suppose if my son is studying and he wants some kind of 10,000 rupees, what I used to say, whatever the quantity I have, whatever the large quantity of produce I have, I will sell it immediately, even at the lowest prices. That is called the fixed cash requirement. So when there is a fixed cash requirement is there, automatically there is an inverse relationship will happen between the price and the marketed surplus. Okay, so second one, positive relationship. So this is done by the two kind of an authors. One is V.M. Dandekar and the other one is Raj Krishna. Be careful, they will be asking V.M. Dandekar along with whom, P.N. Mathur along with whom. So this is the question. So this positive relation is nothing but when the farmers are very much price conscious, then only this positive relationship happens. So what is this price conscious? See, today if suppose the price of the rice become 1 kg, it becomes some 700 or 500. What they will be thinking, they will be conscious, oh my god, it has been increased after a long time, so I have to sell it immediately in order to have higher profit. So this is the kind of a thing which happens in this positive relationship. Okay, so this is the main concepts where you have to be very much clear about this producer surplus concepts. You have to think that what is the formula of the marketable surplus? It is P minus C. What actually means, under which concept will come? It comes under producer surplus concept. And what are the factors affecting whether they have positive or negative relationship, or which factor which has both positive and negative relationship, and what is the difference between the marketable and marketed surplus. Okay, and what is the relationship between both, and what is the relationship between the price and the marketed surplus. So these are the main kind of and key points or key things you need to study or remember when you are studying for your ARS exams. Okay, so this is only the short lecture. Okay, so yeah, yes, organizer.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, can I ask questions? No,
Yes, ma'am. You can.
I can. Okay, then I will be asking.
Yeah. Also, I request to participate also, ma'am. If someone has any query or doubt.
Yeah.
So ask them.
No, if I have time, I want to finish this buying and selling, but it is not my assigned topic. But still, it is not in my assigned topic actually. But still, I just want to clarify whatever the assigned topic is there by like an asking questions. So let me. Okay, like if I ask somebody, can somebody can answer? Can I assure that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, then I will be asking some questions. Okay. So which of the factor are variable will affect both in the positive and the negative relationship with the marketable surplus. I will give options. One is the area, one is the family size, one is the production, and one is the nature of commodity. Which factor has both positive and negative relationship with the marketable surplus? Yes, please.
Price, ma'am. Price.
Yes, price. Good. Where you have seen? You have seen back of live or what? Good. What is the formula for marketable surplus?
MS is P minus C.
P minus C.
Yeah, good. That P minus C, can you explain? What do you mean by P minus C?
P means production and C means
C consumption.
Okay, so it is called marketable surplus. It means that whatever he produced after meeting the consumption, then he will sell. That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay. When there will be inverse relationship, whether means what is the thing? When I will give two options. Okay, inverse relationship between the price and the marketed surplus will exist. Option A, when the farmer have fixed cash requirement. Option B, when the farmer is price conscious. Which one?
Ma'am, could you repeat this question?
Okay. When will be the inverse relationship between the marketable surplus and with the prices? Okay. In which context? When the farmer requires fixed cash requirements or the farmer is price conscious?
When farmer requires fixed cash.
Yes, when the farmer is like an fixed cash requirements, it means that I already told if my son requires 10,000 for his fees, what a farmer will do, whatever he have, he will sell in the market, even though the prices are less, the market price is less. It means that the market prices should be actually 100, but if somebody is asking for 50 rupees, he will sell it because he is in requirement, cash. When there will be positive relationship between prices and marketed surplus. I have zoomed the slide intentionally because this is important. I don't want to lose the mark.
When prices will rise at that time.
Yeah, when the sale will increase in the prices and the sale will increase. That is price conscious. He will become more conscious. That is the positive relationship. Okay, and you have to see which kind of an author has quoted this. That is very much important. I'm simply saying like it is important means that is definitely because we have gone through so many examinations. No question paper exclude that. So just that's why I just pick the only new things. I mean, it's like an important things to teach you. Okay, so try to solve it. Indispensable marketing function is, there are so many functions I told. What is the indispensable marketing function?
Transportation.
What?
Transportation.
Yeah, very good. Somebody, at least 1, 2, 3 are responding. Okay. The most, okay, this I didn't cover. Okay, the warehouse which are specially constructed at sea or airport, what is that?
Bond warehouse.
Good. So this time you will be ARS first rank.
Bonded.
Yeah, bonded warehouse. Okay. Then tell me, if the marketed surplus is greater than the marketable surplus, what is it? Which condition? You should say it. The marketed surplus is greater than the marketable surplus.
No, distress sale, no?
Yes, distress sale condition. So distress sale condition in which kind of an farmer? Small farmer or large farmer?
Small farmer.
Small farmer. Okay, good. Then sorting of unlike lots of the produce into different lots according to the quality specification. What is that?
Grading.
Good. Agriculture Produce Grading and Marking Act came in the year?
1937.
Okay, good. At least I have heard from you 1937. Okay. And okay, it is something like an, okay, the organized has some specific size, shape, and design. What do you mean? I will give options. Option A, market. Option B, market structure. Option C, market function. What is that?
Market
No,
structure.
market
Yes,
structure.
market structure. Okay, good. Eighth, the series of activities involved in moving goods from one point to other. What is that?
marketing.
Marketing function.
Agricultural marketing, not
Marketing.
simple marketing. Agricultural marketing. Good.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay, no issue. Okay, the economic results that flow from industry as each firm pursues its particular line of conduct is known as. I will give options. A, market conduct. B, market performance. A, market conduct. B, market performance. What is that for ninth one? Economical results. It means that it is performance, market performance. It is.
Market performance.
Yeah. Okay. This I buying and selling.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
In case of question number 8, in case of question number 8, ma'am.
Okay.
It may be marketing channel. In question number 8.
What do you
it is
mean?
a series of activities.
Channel is
Yes, yes,
nothing
it
but
is
it
a
is a
series of
route.
activities.
No, it is route.
Yes, it is a route. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it is a
Yes,
route.
I got
That route is a keyword. Marketing channel means channel in between. We will be having so many intermediates will be there. Wholesaler, retailer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got
This
it.
is activities. Yeah. So now you are on the right track. You got the keyword, na?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is how that makes difference from our UG and our PG. Okay. The symbol used for graded agriculture product is?
Agmark.
Yes. Yes. The marketed surplus may be equal to the marketable surplus when the farmer neither retains more or less. The marketed surplus equals to marketable surplus in which kind of an goods? In which kind of an
Perishable goods. Perishable goods.
perishable?
Vegetables.
Yes. Okay. The establishment of Central Warehouse Corporation was?
1957.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I passed the test because you people have answered.
57.
Okay. So
1957.
yes, 1957 only. And 1956 is at national level. Okay.
Corporation.
Yes, and one more. Okay. See, PN Mathur is always linked to this Agril. This is inverse relationship. They will ask PN Mathur along with who? Identified inverse relationship. They will be asking this only. VM Dandekar along with whom? So fixed cash requirements in terms of inverse, price conscious in terms of positive. Why I'm saying this when I'm studying these concepts also, when I'm preparing, I used to like memorize a lot because these things I won't retain long because some kind of a concept we need to have some age factor also. Through the experience it comes. Okay. So this is all my topic about marketing, agriculture marketing concepts and producer surplus concepts. I don't know. I think it is, you have benefited at least 5%. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Very nicely you have covered all the topics of agriculture marketing, and in a very short duration of period, you have covered all the topics. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. It will help to all the participants for their examination.
Your lecture, ma'am.
Okay. And thank you for the nice words. I think that is genuine. If it is genuine, I will be very thankful to you. And okay, anyhow, organizer, I will be sharing the slides to you.
Yeah, ma'am. Definitely, I will share with all the participants.
Okay, you can share it to all the participants, and yeah, we will be engaging in so many activities. But at the same time, I mean, whoever are not participated, I feel like definitely they will be participating in some other important thing. But I think that and automatically you take classes, you will get confidence. That is only the key mantra for your cracking of your examinations. And I wish you all the best. Okay. Okay then.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
ma'am.
thank you.
Plan,
ma'am.
can you,
Ma'am,
ma'am, can you suggest the reference book for the agriculture marketing means rather
Only
than Acharya?
Acharya Agarwal is more than enough. That's what I'm saying. Just ready, just read references. What are the references book? You keep it in your table. Acharya Agarwal is a standard book, and Subba Reddy is also standard book. But Acharya Agarwal,
Okay,
they
ma'am.
will teach you each and everything. And don't go that advanced and foreign author books. That is not necessary. We are say read basic, read basic, read basic. Somehow my slideshow is not working. I don't know, but I feel like I have. That's why I stressed more on my oral vocal kind of thing. But I will share the slides so that it will be benefited to you. And I wish you good luck and all the best to you. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank all the participants also. Here we conclude that today's session is ended, and before conclude this, I would like to request all the participants, please join before 4 p.m. for our afternoon session.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, ma'am.